Kristen Jaymes Stewart is an American actress. The world's highest paid actress in 2012, she has received various accolades, including a British Academy Film Award and a César Award, in addition to nominations for an Academy Award and a Golden Globe Award. Born and raised in Los Angeles to parents who both worked in the entertainment industry, Stewart first gained notice at age 12 for her role as the daughter of Jodie Foster's character in David Fincher's thriller Panic Room, which earned her a Young Artist Award nomination. She subsequently starred in Speak, Catch That Kid, Zathura, A Space Adventure, and Into the Wild. She went on to achieve global stardom for her role as Bella Swan in the Twilight Saga film series, which ranks among the highest-grossing film franchises. For the role, she was awarded the BAFTA Rising Star Award in 2010. After starring in the fantasy film Snow White and the Huntsman, Stewart eschewed roles in big-budget films in favor of independent productions in the years following. She took on roles in the dramas Camp X-Ray and Still Alice, and the science fiction romance sequels. In 2015, she was acclaimed for her performance in Olivier Assayas's drama film Clouds of Sils Maria, which won her the César Award for Best Supporting Actress. Stewart reunited with Assayas the following year in the supernatural thriller Personal Shopper and made her directorial debut with the short film Come Swim. She returned to mainstream Hollywood with leading roles in the action film Charlie's Angels and the romantic comedy film Happiest Season. Stewart's portrayal of Diana, Princess of Wales in Pablo Larraín's biographical drama Spencer earned her widespread critical acclaim and a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Actress. Early life. Stewart was born in Los Angeles, California on April 9, 1990. Her father, John Stewart, is a stage manager and television producer, while her Australian mother, Jules Mann Stewart, is a script supervisor and filmmaker. Jules was adopted by a Jewish couple in California, Norma and Ben Ehrman. In 1953, a DNA test showed that one of Kristen's biological maternal grandparents was Ashkenazi Jewish. Stewart has an older brother, Cameron B. Stewart, and two adopted brothers, Dana and Taylor. In 2012, her mother filed for divorce after 27 years of marriage. Stewart grew up in the San Fernando Valley. She attended local schools until the 7th grade, and as she became more involved in acting, she continued her education by distance until graduating from high school. Since she was raised in a family who work in the entertainment industry as non-actors, Stewart thought she would become a screenwriter or a director, but never considered being an actor, saying, "I never wanted to be the center of attention. I wasn't that. I want to be famous. I want to be an actor, kid. I never sought out acting, but I always practiced my autograph because I love pens. I'd write my name on everything." Career beginnings and breakthrough. Stewart began acting at age 8. After an agent saw her perform in her elementary school's Christmas play. After auditioning for a year, she got her first role with a small, non-speaking part in the Disney Channel television film The 13th Year. Her next film was The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas, where she played the ring toss girl. She also appeared in the independent film The Safety of Objects, as the tomboy daughter of a troubled single mother. Stewart also played the tomboy, diabetic daughter of a divorced mother in the thriller film Panic Room, directed by David Fincher. She was nominated for a Young Artist Award for her performance. Following the success of Panic Room, Stewart was cast in another thriller, Cold Creek Manor, playing the daughter of Dennis Quaid and Sharon Stone's characters and receiving a Young Artist Award nomination for her performance. At this point in her career, she began homeschooling due to her irregular schedule. At age 14, Stewart's first starring role was in the children's action comedy Catch That Kid, opposite Max Thieriot and Corbin Bleu. That year, Stewart also played the role of Lila in the thriller, Undertow. Stewart starred in the Lifetime/Showtime television film Speak, based on the novel by the same name by Laurie Halse Anderson. Stewart, aged 13 at the time of filming, played Melinda Sordino, a high school freshman who nearly stops speaking after being raped. Her performance was widely praised, with the New York Times stating Ms. Stewart creates a convincing character full of pain and turmoil. Stewart appeared in the fantasy-adventure film Zathura, a space adventure, playing the role of Lisa Budwing, the irresponsible older sister of two little boys. During their playing a board game, they turn their house into a spacecraft hurtling uncontrollably in outer space. The film was praised by critics, but Stewart's performance did not draw much media attention. Her character is immobilized during most of the film. The following year, she played the character Maya in Fierce People, directed by Griffin Dunne. After that film, she received the lead role of Jess Solomon in the supernatural thriller film The Messengers. Stewart appeared as teenager Lucy Hardwick in The Land of Women, a romantic drama starring Meg Ryan and Adam Brody. The film, as well as Stewart's performance, received mixed reviews. That same year, Stewart had a small role in the Sean Penn-directed adaptation Into the Wild. For her portrayal of Tracy, a teenage singer who has a crush on young adventurer Christopher McCandless, Stewart received mixed reviews. While Salon.com considered her work a sturdy, sensitive performance, and the Chicago Tribune noted that she did vividly well with a sketch of a role, Variety's critic Dennis Harvey said, "It's unclear whether Stewart means to be playing hippie chick Tracy as vapid, or whether it just comes off that way." The film received Screen Actors Guild nomination for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture. After Into the Wild, Stewart had a cameo appearance in Jumper and also appeared in What Just Happened, which was released in October 2008. She co-starred in The Cake Eaters, an independent film that has been screened only at film festivals. Both the film and Stewart's performance received many positive reviews. Critic Bill Goodakuntz from the Arizona Republic said that Stewart really shines. She excels at both aspects of the performance, giving Georgia a strength that defies any sort of pity one might feel for her, without letting us forget her vulnerability. On November 16, 2007, Summit Entertainment announced that Stewart would play main character Bella Swan in the romantic fantasy film Twilight, based on Stephenie Meyer's novel of the same name. Stewart was on the set of Adventureland when director Catherine Hardwicke visited her for an informal screen test, which captivated the director. She starred alongside Robert Pattinson, who plays Edward Cullen, her vampire boyfriend. Stewart described her approach to the role as capturing that first awakening, that ownership of your body and desire. Twilight was released in the US in November 2008. Stewart's performance gained mixed reviews, with Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly describing her as the ideal casting choice and praising her for conveying Bella's detachment, as well as her need to bust through it, while Claudia Pook of USA Today criticized her acting for being wooden and lacking variety in her blank facial expressions. She received praise for her role in Adventureland, a comedy-drama film written and directed by Greg Mottola, and co-starring Jesse Eisenberg. Critic James Berardinelli said, "Stewart is more than merely appealing in this role, she makes Em a fully realized woman, and some of the most intricate development results from what the camera observes in Stewart's eyes." Kenneth Turan of the Los Angeles Times said Stewart was beautiful, enigmatic, and very experienced. And MSN Movies' James Rocky stated, "Stewart's vulnerable, spooky power is used to nice effect." Stewart reappeared as Bella in a sequel to Twilight, titled New Moon, once again receiving mixed reviews for her performance. Jordan Mintzer from Variety called Stewart the heart and soul of the film and praised her for giving both weight and depth to dialogue. "She makes Bella's psychological wounds seem like the real deal." On the other hand, Manala Dargis from the New York Times said Stewart's lonely girl blues soon grow wearisome, and Bill Gudakuntz from the Arizona Republic stated Stewart is a huge disappointment. She sucks the energy right out of the film. She reprised this role in a third film, Eclipse, which was released in June 2010. Critics were warmer toward the film compared to its predecessors. Continued Twilight/I success and dramatic roles. None. Resurgence. Stewart starred as actress Jean Seberg in Seberg, directed by Benedict Andrews. It premiered at the 76th Venice International Film Festival in August 2019. While the film received mixed reviews, Stewart's performance received praise. Time magazine declared her performance the 10th best performance of 2019. Stewart returned to mainstream Hollywood with starring roles in the action comedy film Charlie's Angels and the science fiction film Underwater. Critics were mixed in their reviews of both films, but Stewart's performance in the former was well received. Stewart wrote and directed a short film titled Crickets, as part of the anthology series Homemade, which follows stories from 18 filmmakers from around the world during the COVID-19 pandemic isolation. It was co-produced by Pablo Larraín's production company, Fabula. The series was released on Netflix on June 30, 2020. Stewart later starred opposite Mackenzie Davis in Happiest Season, an LGBT holiday romance film directed by Clea Duvall, which was released on November 25, 2020. In June 2020, Stewart was announced as having been cast as Diana, Princess of Wales in Pablo Larraín's biographical drama film Spencer, which chronicles Diana's decision to divorce Charles, Prince of Wales. She worked with a dialect coach and studied Diana's posture for the part. Describing Diana as someone who sticks out as a sparkly house on fire, Stewart said she felt more free and alive and able to move in the role than she did in any of her previous projects. The film premiered at the 78th Venice International Film Festival in September 2021 and released in November that same year. Critics lauded Stewart's portrayal of Diana, with Jonathan Romney of Screen Daily describing it as brittle, tender, sometimes playful, and not a little uncanny, and Kyle Buchanan of the New York Times deeming her casting a meta-stroke of genius. Stewart received nominations for the Academy Award for Best Actress and Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama for her performance. Stewart played an investigator in the film Crimes of the Future. It premiered at the 2022 Cannes Film Festival. In his review, Todd McCarthy of Deadline Hollywood described Stewart's portrayal as oddly nervous. Upcoming projects. Personal life. Stewart resides in Los Angeles. In 2017, she stated that she is bisexual, saying, "You're not confused if you're bisexual. It's not confusing at all. For me, it's quite the opposite." In 2019, Stewart discussed the perceived impact of her sexuality on the success of her career, saying she had been warned not to be public with her girlfriends so that someone could cast her in mainstream roles. She said, "I don't want to work with people like that." Stewart identifies as a feminist. She suffers from echinophobia, the fear of horses. Stewart dated the late Anton Yelchin when they were filming Fierce People. She described him as her first heartbreak. After their split, Stewart dated her Speak CO star Michael Angarano from 2005 to early 2009. She was in a 4-year relationship with her Twilight CO star Robert Pattinson. While dating Pattinson, Stewart was photographed in July 2012 with her Snow White and the Huntsman director, Rupert Sanders, revealing an affair. The day the photos were released, both Stewart and Sanders, who was married at the time, issued public apologies. From mid-2013 to fall 2016, Stewart was in a relationship with visual effects producer Alicia Cargill. From late 2016 to late 2018, she was in a relationship with New Zealand model Stella Maxwell. Stewart has been in a relationship with screenwriter Dylan Meyer since 2019, and stated in November 2021 that she and Meyer were engaged. In 2012, Stewart signed and donated the dress she wore to the premiere of the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2 to a charity buzz auction benefiting the Robin Hood Foundation's Sandy Relief Fund, which provides long-term support to those affected by Hurricane Sandy. In 2016, she participated in building a school in Nicaragua through the nonprofit Build On, with the goal being to give children the opportunity to become educated in a safe space and to break the cycle of poverty and illiteracy. The following year, she raised $500,000 for Hurricane Sandy relief by meeting with an unnamed Middle Eastern prince for 15 minutes. Stewart ranked number 7 on Ask Men's list of top 99 women for 2013. Glamour UK named her the best dressed woman in 2012, 2013, and 2016. In 2020, Stewart received the Actress of the Decade award by the Hollywood Critics Association. Filmography: film, television, music videos.